we've got ESPN's ranks of WNBA players right now, and Caitlin Clark is really high. One could argue she's not high enough, but I think it's pretty surprising for a lot of these folks. I will tell you this straight up. Angel Reese ain't nowhere to be found in the top 10. She's not involved. You're not here. Sorry, but not sorry. You're not to be seen.
Here we go again. Caitlin Clark is ranked highly among the WNBA players on ESPN right now. Angel Reese thought she was the undisputed queen of the court, walking around with that "I'm the face of women's basketball" energy. But ESPN had other plans and ranked her not in the top 5, not even in the top 10, but 12th. Let's be honest, this is still too high. But anyway, it looks like the crown slipped, and now she's out here reacting like someone stole her favorite pair of designer sunglasses. Let's just say reality hit harder than any defender she's boxed out this season. Perhaps ESPN simply viewed her most recent blooper reel at unrivaled.
So, let's all get a laugh together here, because this is the list, and you see the list, right? Well, I don't see. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you see Angel Reese on this list?
It's crazy because not too long ago, people were attempting to force this rivalry by comparing Reese to Clark as though it were a real debate. Remember, when even the commissioner was in on the action. In the meantime, Caitlin Clark is sitting pretty in second place, completely unconcerned, letting her game do the talking while Reese frantically tries to save face.
Tragic moment, if you recall, from 1979 when those two rookies came in from a big college rivalry, one white, one black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice to one another.
And don't get me started on the "but she's a double-double machine" argument. Double-doubles are cool, but what's even more cool is the fact that she is the reason why people watch games. ESPN used to have this weird antics like Clark energy, as if they couldn't admit she was that girl. But guess what? Even they couldn't deny it anymore.
Okay. And lo and behold, I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen number 2, they had Caitlin Clark. I said, really?
The figures are honest. While Angel Reese admirers are out there squinting at the list and scrolling down in desperation to see her name as if it were hidden in the fine print, the statistics and, now at last, the rankings don't lie either. I hate to tell you this, but 12th place isn't exactly superstar status. It's like attending a private VIP party, believing you're the honored guest, only to be forced to wait outside while Caitlin Clark is already inside, controlling the room. Caitlin Clark's detractors tried everything they could to make it seem like Reese was on par with her, but now that everything is quiet, it's almost quiet without all that noise, isn't it?
You know, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
And let's not even pretend that this would be the same narrative if the roles were switched. Just think of how the internet would go crazy if Angel Reese was comfortably ranked number 2 and Caitlin Clark was placed 12th. Sports programs would devote whole segments to it. Reese's supporters would be rejoicing as if they had won the WNBA championship. But now that she is ranked 12th, rankings suddenly don't matter. Oh, and ESPN's list is irrelevant. It's strange how that works, isn't it?
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion. She has no skills. She has energy, she has an attitude, she'll rebound you the basketball. Great. Nothing else. She has nothing. She's got self-awareness. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player. That's why she spends so much time half naked and taking pictures and promoting things that have nothing to do with basketball.
The truth is that rankings do matter, especially when you've centered your entire persona around getting people to watch women's basketball. Caitlin Clark, who is ranked number 2, should, let's face it, be at the top of the list. But that's cool because she has already proven it with her jaw-dropping highlights and record-breaking performances that packed arenas. In the meantime, Angel Reese, yikes.
If we did go off of how much winning Caitlin was doing, how she was contributing to winning, and then going off the viewership and all that, oh yeah, for sure. I think Caitlin should have won.
Even more hilarious is the fact that ESPN must have finally realized how unstoppable Caitlin has become. Last season, for reasons that defied logic, ESPN actually ranked Angel Reese higher on the rookie list than Caitlin Clark. Yes, higher than the same Caitlin Clark who is out here setting records as if it were her side gig, pulling up from the logo and making defenders wonder what Reese was doing vibing. That's all.
And now she knows it to the point that even when she's on the basketball court, she's aware, like, this ain't really my thing. Let me get this hot potato out of my hand and to somebody that knows what they're doing with it as soon as possible. You got to see this clip. This is a 3-on-3 basketball game. Angel Reese strips a player at one end, runs down court with the basketball, 3-4 steps ahead of everybody, has an easy layup, and throws it to the girl behind her.
The rankings now reflect reality as the truth has come to light. Caitlin Clark is not only exceptional, she is a talent for generations to come. Angel Reese, on the other hand, may be a walking highlight reel of missed shots, poor defense, and an offensive bag that is emptier than a vending machine after midnight. But aside from that, it appears that the experts have finally opened their eyes. Perhaps they actually watch the games. Perhaps they no longer believe the TikTok hype, or perhaps reality just hit them like a missed layup off the backboard. In any case, justice has been served because it becomes increasingly evident that Angel hasn't improved. In fact, she may have regressed.
And this is ESPN's list, y'all, not mine. So don't be chirping, getting mad if your fave isn't at the top. So at number 1, we have Cameron Brink. Number 2, Angel Reese. Number 3, Kate Martin. 4, Rickea Jackson. 5, Julie Vanloo. And 6, Caitlin.
Her shooting is still difficult. It would be generous to call it inconsistent, but in her defense, it's just stat padding energy that fills the box score without having any real impact. And let's not even discuss her offense, which is a completely different case study. If her jumper had a personality, it would be timid, unreliable, and absent when it counts most.
Angel Reese may be playing in the league, but who wants to see a goofy 6'6" woman miss layups? Not I.
This is precisely why last year's ESPN ranking was so perplexing. They truly attempted to convince us that Angel Reese was superior to Caitlin Clark. What were we watching? Caitlin was out there leading her team, rewriting WNBA history books, and casually pulling up from the logo as if it were part of her warm-up routine, while Angel was putting up the most agonizingly mediocre double-doubles. You've never seen numbers that looked decent on paper, but meant nothing when you actually watched the games. Now, after months of excuses, overhyped debates, and keyboard warriors defending her every move, it is impossible to ignore Angel's performance, isn't it? And the more she plays, the more OB6 it becomes.
Number 2 player in the entire league, not on the Olympic team. Just pointing that out. And of course, you did have some haters. Please, Clark is not better than Stewie, Fee, or Inescu. Clark is not better than Stewart. They glazing Clark is not better than Inescu, blah, blah, blah. No matter what Caitlin Clark does,
Asia is the top continent. The second Caitlin in terms of predictions for the upcoming season, Brianna is now ranked number 3, and Nafisa Kerr is unquestionably in the top 2 in this league. At last, the bullshit is over. The lengthy argument between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is officially straight, thus it never should have happened in the first place. Angel Reese is merely there, and Caitlin Clark is her. By effortlessly shattering records, draining logo 3ES, and making defenders appear to be in slow motion, Clark is revolutionizing the game. The best part is that she completes everything while Angel and her team watch from the sidelines. Someone should probably inform Angel that trash talk is only cute when you're genuinely supporting it. Otherwise, it's just noise. They're throwing shade like it's their full-time job.
Gonna have some haters out there. It's just they're losing their minds over all the people that have either been traded for and signed or signed for the Indiana Fever right now, and of course it looks like a powerhouse of a team.
Afterward, there are the Angels. They will adamantly insist that her game is unstoppable while willfully ignoring the fact that she is erecting buildings as if she were attempting to construct cheap housing. They will also complain about haters anytime someone brings up fundamental truths. Reese stands, oh boy, the illusion is monumental. In the meantime, Caitlin Clark is out here casually dropping 30-point games, setting records like it's just another Tuesday, and making more money for the league than entire franchises combined. The impact is undeniable. Newsflash, it's not hate if it's true. We're not being mean. We're just using our eyes.
Try it sometime.
Angel is merely there, and she has a long list of excuses ready for when her team loses, which happens more frequently than her admirers would want to acknowledge. It's the media, the system, the referees, and perhaps even you.
Asia number 1, Caitlin number 2, Brianna number 3, and now we really have Brianna over Nafisa in terms of projections going into next year. Stop. Nafisa Collier is definitely top 2 in this league.
The argument is finished. Not that there should have ever been a disagreement in the first place. The WNBA's future star, Caitlin Clark, is a generational talent who is already revolutionizing the sport and the face of women's basketball. All that has to be stated is that Angel Reese is simply another athlete with a huge fan base who is in need of supernatural intervention.
There is no individual who has benefited more from the Caitlin Clark effect than Angel Reese. That's my hot take. Think about it. From going up against her, playing her in college, taking on that villain role, going into the league at the same time as Caitlin Clark, everything that she's said and done on social media or in post-game press conferences, she is a star because of Caitlin Clark. She would not be a star if Caitlin Clark weren't a player. She'd be just as good a women's basketball player. She'd have been picked high in the WNBA draft and would still be a good player. Yep. But she is a star because of Caitlin Clark.
She would be a star in women's basketball circles.
Well, that's not what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know.
She is a star in the world.
There is currently only one name standing between Caitlin Clark and that MVP award, and regrettably for the rest of the league, it is A'ja Wilson. Yes, A'ja has won her MVP awards, and she is undoubtedly a force, but let's face it, she is clinging to the top spot for dear life because Caitlin Clark is coming, and she's coming fast this year. Would anyone be surprised, really? The Indiana Fever went completely crazy in free agency, packing their roster with talent, as if they were trying to assemble the Avengers, and Caitlin is about to go full superhero mode. We're talking MVP-level numbers record. The Aces better hope their championship window isn't closing, because Caitlin's arrival completely rocked the league. As for Angel Reese, she might want to stop worrying about ESPN rankings and start worrying about staying relevant, because if this season is any indication, things are only going to get worse. They're breaking threes and defenses looking like they walked onto the wrong court, completely clueless on how to guard her.
Angel Reese went on this massive rant last year with Kennedy Carter, I believe, standing next to her about how people are tuning in for her. It wasn't just one other person, but all these people are moving the needle and people want to watch her, except you're not her. You're not her.
One thing is really obvious: with more points, more fans, more broken records, and more eyes on the screen every time she takes the court, Caitlin Clark is the main event, the superstar, and the showstopper. At this point, the only thing she hasn't done is sign autographs while dropping 40, but give it time, it's probably on her to-do list. Fans of Reese were yelling in 2024 that she was on par with Clark, but now they're saying things like, Reese really tries hard, and even that's a stretch on some nights. It's been a long time since anyone with a straight face could put Reese and Clark in the same sentence, unless the sentence is Angel Reese is also present, and Caitlin Clark has a talent that transcends generations.
Unselfish. That she don't want that smoke, Steve. She wants nothing to do with having to shoot the basketball. And I give her credit. It's self-awareness.
Since the hype train has long since left the station and Reese is still attempting to purchase a ticket, the only thing she consistently excels at is talking and twerking, which isn't exactly a winning formula on the court. Even though Caitlin keeps elevating Reese, while she keeps doing the same thing, talking loudly and playing small.
What the Indiana Fever did last night got me so excited. The Fever, if you haven't been paying attention, they are really active in ensuring that Caitlin Clark and company have a true contending lineup next season.
Additionally, while we're discussing overrated, let's speak about Wilson for a second. You guys act like she's the next great basketball player, but in reality, she's just riding the coattails of a stacked super team. Put Caitlin Clark on that roster, and she's scoring 50 points a night while most likely solving world hunger in her free time. I know that AC's fans are already giddy with anticipation, clutching their championship banners like a security blanket. Fans of Wilson like to pretend that she is untouchable, but remember that she disappears more frequently during significant events than my Wi-Fi after a thunderstorm.
I think they had a list last year. She was like 15 or something like that. Angel was like 19. And this year they got it closer to being right. It's more so, it's closer, okay? She's second. And I'm fine with that. You know what I mean?
This is where things start to become hilarious. Wilson is having a complete meltdown and accusing the Fever front office of having the audacity to assemble a competitive team around Caitlin Clark. For starters, it is literally the front office's responsibility to assemble the best team possible. That is their whole goal. Secondly, weren't these the same people encouraging when the Aces loaded up with 6 Olympians? Oh, but now it's a problem because the Fever did it better. The irony is almost too good.
The biggest thing for me is her not even responding to all that's going on. And I think that's commendable. I think she's a unicorn. She's doing everything I thought she was going to do and more, like win the MVP.
You think Caitlin
That's not going to happen this year, but it could happen very soon.
It's great for the conversation.
Y'all all went to the Olympics and now y'all losing now. Y'all burnt out? Y'all should have let this young girl go over there and play.
I just don't
But
think
then she
there's
would
a
have been
correlation.
Nah, but she would because she's a rookie. You let these young play. Caitlin Clark is a superhero.
However, in Indiana, even while everything appears to be heading championship bright, the Fever is currently riding a wave of momentum that is more like to a tsunami. IT was already seismic when Caitlin Clark arrived, but now it seems like they added gasoline to a fire that was already raging. They are regarded by observers as one of the league's top 3 teams, and some even believe they will win the championship this year. This is a complete WNBA powers change, not just an improvement over the squad that could barely muster 5 victories 2 seasons ago.
So Caitlin Clark is somebody that is going to probably, she's going to, I would say, be, in my opinion, the second favorite for MVP. I think she is going to be the second favorite for MVP in the WNBA. That is how confident I am in Caitlin Clark's year 2.
As the 2025 WNBA season draws near, the entire basketball world is agog with anticipation as the Indiana Fever, once the league's lovable underdogs, are now legitimate title contenders. Despite everything, Caitlin just keeps doing Caitlin things, packing arenas and casually breaking records like it's her weekend hobby. She has more fans than half the league combined, and the WNBA should really be sending her thank you notes and fruit baskets at this point because she is single-handedly increasing the league's profile. Wilson better keep an eye on Caitlin Clark, who is finally getting credit for being one of the best basketball players in Asia. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is somewhere in the dust, still trying to understand how this all happened so quickly. Do you agree? If so, please leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the next one. Click the video on the screen.